welcome back to Richoux on Demand. Thanks so much for being here today. So today is Monday and we are headed to pick up our whole beef order. We ordered this beef July-ish and it just came ready. It's a smaller cow like I told y'all, but I just wanted to show y'all what potentially a whole beef could look like, especially if you get one that's grass-fed, which tends to be a little bit on the smaller side. Our cow dressed out to about 379, which is very small. Typically even a grass-fed cow is around 600 pounds, but we're very grateful we got a great price. So we're going to pick it up, and it's about an hour and a half away from our house, so come along with us, guys. So we're here to pick up the cow, and hopefully it fits in our trunk. Yeah, this is GROCERIES slaughterhouse in Kentwood, and they have a nice little operation going on here. Like many other butchers and processors, they are very backlogged. Our rancher actually told us that they are booking reservations into 2023 already, so it's crazy in these butchering streets. Anyway, let's see if we can get it loaded up.
Two white ones, we'd have filled both of them up.
Alright guys, so we got all the beef packed up
See about that, guy.
in that cooler and a smaller one, but we should have had two of those. And like I said, this is a small cow. So yeah, we'll head home and get it unpacked and all that jazz. That's a lot of beef. So we have the 2 ice chests plus those brown bags over there. That's all our beef.
Right.
So
let's open the chest up and show them.
let's open the chest up and show y'all. I got Scott Richoux on everything. I don't know why. But yeah, this is all our meat. It is in butcher paper, which I'm not partial to, so we are going to get a food saver or some type of vacuum sealer and periodically vacuum seal some of this stuff. I actually wanted to open one pack of ground beef to see how they packed it, if it's in plastic inside of here.
Why don't we wait till we find one that's the tape's open? Because there's some in here with tape open.
Yeah, they're for the most part taped really well, but we are gonna get a vacuum sealer anyway. So we gotta get all this meat in that freezer. We got freezer outside, so we'll just get it all put up. Oh, we got the beef liver, Keith for Boogie.
Yeah, I saw that.
When we get done.
Okay, what you want? Okay, ground beef and
Let's try to put ground beef in here. So we got all of the beef in here with the exception of the soup bones. So on this wall up at the top we have all ground beef. You can't see because I have an ice pack right here. All ground beef packed in 1.5 pound increments. The second shelf is pork from our cows. This shelf is pork from our cows. I mean from our hogs. Pork from our cows. Pork from our hogs. This is actually a pizza crust that I did. Down here we have more 1.5 pound ground beef. 1.5 pound ground beef. We have our heel roast, another heel roast, some chuck roast, some T-bones, some cube steak. We have a ton of cube steak in here, as well as some right down here. You can't see down here is flank cut style beef ribs. We have T-bone steaks because we got those instead of the strips and the fillet because our cow was very small. More cube steak, some ribeyes. I don't know if you can see that. So ribeyes there. More cube steak, cube steak, cube steak, lots of cube steak. Down here is T-bones, and let's see, what is this? Ground beef, pork dumplings, and chicken dumplings, a tenderloin from our hog, more ground beef, all ground beef. All of this is ground beef. We have our rib roast for Christmas here, and under here we actually have the liver, and then back in the back we have the tongue, heart, kidney, and tail for a Boogie, for our dog. Okay, we're gonna close the freezer because everything's screaming, and it all fits. And this is going in the outside freezer. Those are some pork soup bone, pork broth bones, and some beef broth bones. All going outside in the outside freezer. And I have about 6 pounds of ground beef sitting right here that I'm going to sit in the sink. And I'm going to make and can some chili. I've never done it before, so I'm not going to do a video on it because I don't want y'all to say, Ashley showed me this way to can my own chili. I just was reading the ingredients on, let me turn this around. So what happened was I was reading the ingredients on canned chili for like hot dogs and things like that, and I just had a feeling that I could do a better job with some cleaner ingredients. I'm not going to be putting beans in this chili just because if I wanted, I have beans canned on my shelf, so this is pretty much just going to be beef, spices and seasonings, and tomatoes, and maybe like some cut up onion and stuff like that in this chili that I'm going to pressure can, and that way we can have it for hot dogs and things, as well as if I wanted chili beans, I would just open a can of my canned chili and open a can of beans and mix it all together. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We are just going to get started on that chili and get cleaned up and stuff, and that's about it. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with us, guys. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all the specs, so let me sit down. Y'all, that has been blurred the whole time. Anyway, so in case you guys were wondering, our cow dressed out to 379 pounds. So the way our process worked was we cut a check to our rancher for $1,326, which was $3.50 times 379 pounds hanging weight. Then we paid our processor 75 cents a pound hanging weight plus a $60 kill fee, which ended up being like $340 $44. So in total we spent about $1,670 for 379 pounds of grass-fed beef. I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy my freezer is full of meat for our family. And yeah, I mean, we don't have the space to raise our own cattle, or else we would. So this is the next best thing in my personal opinion. So yeah, anyway, in case anybody wanted the numbers, that's how much we paid in total. That can range drastically depending on everything. It really depends on the size of the animal when it comes to harvest age. You can spend double or triple that amount depending on how big your cow is. I mean, our cow is very small, but there again, there's only 3 of us in our family, and I do share with my mom and things like that. But I mean, you can have a cow dress out to 600-800 pounds hanging weight. And of course, you can always order a half or a quarter. Those are 2 other options. We just opted for a whole just to be very well stocked up. So this should last us well into next year, if not all throughout next year. And we're already in conversations with our rancher to get on the list, because he already has people booking out until till December of 2022 into early 2023. So if this is something you're interested in, I highly suggest go ahead and doing a quick Google search for cattle ranchers near me, or even processors, like people who process wild game and cattle. Most people who process wild game also have like a custom processing sector of their business, and they may even be able to suggest some ranchers to you just based on prior business they've done. That's a good way to kind of back into a reputable rancher if you if the information isn't readily available for you via Google or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much our process, and we're really happy to have this in our freezer. Our freezers are getting very well stocked. I mean, we have some room in the outdoor freezer, but we're getting to the point to where we have some very stocked freezers, and it's a really good problem to have. So yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna go and enjoy the rest of my day and do nothing, wash clothes. Anyway, thanks guys for hanging out with us, and consider clicking the link down below to subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.